Hi, I'm Joel, some know me as Breen. This is part 1 of the video tutorial showing you how to make a new model from scratch for BotF. This part will only show you how to create the model. There's going to be a second video about adding a texture, adding phase slots, and about the final conversion to the HRB data type. But before we start, I'd like to show you why it's so difficult to make models for BotF. I start with two simple boxes. Okay, that's it. Now I export these two boxes into 3ds format so that I can load them into Creator. I import them into Creator, and as you are going to see right now, the boxes look fine. Where do I have them? So there they are. Sorry about that. Now as you see, the boxes look fine. Well, and what I'm going to show you now is how the boxes are going to look into BotF if we load them right now into BotF. As you see, we have quite a mess. BotF engine has no C buffer, so the game does not know which polygon is further or closer to the camera, and so it simply draws everything. This problem can be solved by simply building up a BSP tree, which I'm going to do right now. So I select the two objects. Oops. They're down here, O1 and O2. They don't need to be grouped together, but I'd like to do them this way. And now I go to the BSP menu and select Separate Selected. And as you see now, the two boxes look fine. However, our models in BotF are not simply boxes, so I'm going to make another example. I moved these two boxes together a bit. Okay. As you see, those two boxes are intersecting each other now. I'm going to save them again, export them. So there, these are our boxes, and right now they still look fine. And now I'm going to try to separate them again. As you see, the BSP mode, it's still quite a mess. So select the objects again, put them together. Then go to the BSP menu and pick Separate Selected. Okay, the separation failed as I expected. You can see it. I'm going to try it again. There's a message below which says separation failed. Yeah, down there, separation failed. Now what can we do about this? I'm going back to 3ds Max. These are my two boxes, and now I solve this problem by simply building. I delete this box here and I build two new boxes that go around the previous one. So all the boxes here, they are not intersecting each other, and this will separate fine, as you're going to see later on. Okay, this looks about the same as the two boxes before, but as you're going to see right now in Creator, there's quite a difference. Okay, there are my boxes again. No, that's the wrong one. That's the work base actually. It's already finished. There we go. Looks quite the same as the two boxes before. But now we have three objects. I'm going to show you in BSP mode how it's going to look. There we go. Still quite messy. But now after separation this should look fine actually. There we go. BSP mode, and it looks great. Creator didn't complain about, and this is also how it's going to look in BOTF. So far for the theoretical part. Now let's go over to make an actual model for BOTF. First of all, I have to say I did a mistake with the mouse. The next 10 minutes you won't be able to see the mouse. You can still see the buttons being pressed, but you cannot see the actual cursor. And as I said, after 10 minutes everything should be fine actually. I'm going to make a board base, so very easy model. It's actually nothing else than sticking boxes together, band tubes, so everybody should be able to copy this. I start with a few boxes. The red one in the middle is going to be the station's actual body, and there's several boxes around it which are going to be the station's satellites. For all of those who have already played Star Trek Armada 1, you'll probably see that this is quite familiar to the workstation there. Okay, these are my boxes. Going to move them into the proper position. Doing this base is actually quite simple because there is no Canon Borg starbase, so I can actually do whatever I want. Going to scale this a bit by using the scale tool. A little bit bigger. One, there we go. I'm going to extrude the faces on top of it, just to prevent the station from being built up by simple boxes. I do this by converting all these boxes into editable meshes. Now I can select single faces and add modifiers to them, like extrude. I'm doing the same with the bottom of the main body of the base. It probably looks a bit more difficult here, but it's actually all done with the extrude tool. Just keep looking on the right side of the screen. It's all done actually by changing perimeters there. Now I want this to be a bit wider. This can be done in several ways. Right here I did it by selecting the 4 vertices, the bottom vertices, and then use the scale tool. Okay, so for bottom part of the station, now let's make this central body a little bit more interesting. I select the 4 walls of the body. I'm going to cut right through it.